in my opinion, with J&M. Jonathan, what are you waiting? What are you looking at your clock for? Oh, wait. I keep forgetting to turn your mic on. My bad, brother.
That song finished?
Yeah, it's a couple minutes.
Been on for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was. It sounds good, though.
Yeah, it sounds all right.
Can you twist your mic a little more in a little bit?
In.
There you go. Don't talk to the top. To the face. Right. There we go. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm about to quit my job.
Are you really?
I swear. You know when you're over it? When your supervisor's hollering at you and you're scrolling through TikToks, which is what I was doing today. Oh, I don't care anymore.
Just get the shot, man. Just get the jab.
Oh, no, it's not about that. And I haven't yet. No.
That's the update?
Religious exemption.
Is that what you're going to claim?
I'm super religious. You know this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, super.
Michael, come on. I debate with you every week about if God exists.
Yeah, I've seen you mock things and insult things and play around with things, and that's okay. I'm not judging you for it.
No. That's not true.
Okay, never mind. Moving on. We have another guest, a very awesome individual, a very talented individual. He's been in a shit ton of stuff that I can't even remotely begin to describe and list. I'll let him introduce himself. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Who are you now?
My name's David Bianco, and happy to be here. Happy to be joining the podcast today.
You still kind of nervous right now? He was a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm always nervous. I'm always like trying to warm up.
I'm
getting nervous.
I think the last thing that should get you nervous is lights and cameras.
Yeah, I mean, and we've got at least 2 lights here, so
at least
cause for being nervous.
All right. How you doing today, man? How's your day?
I was good. I just came from a kickboxing session, and so I'm just like feeling free, loose, limber, and it's raining. So,
and this is going to be completely out of left field, but John, I'll put money. He kicks your ass. Money. He kicks your ass.
I will outrun him. I will outrun him. I think I have a longer reach here too.
I'm telling you, he will kick you. I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
Oh damn.
So once
we just met. Come on.
Hold on.
He says that about
I think I need to move over there, and John needs to stay over there. You can be the referee in the middle.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. So the reason I say that is because a while ago we went to a Comic-Con event, right? And CM Punk was there. You know who CM Punk is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so he's a mixed martial artist. I mean, he got his ass kicked a couple times in the UFC, whatever.
Shout out to Mickey Gall.
Sure. Yeah. And then who else did he fight? Mike Jones. He fought Mike Jones.
The rapper?
No.
Okay.
So fucking I'm in line to get an autograph, right?
Oh damn.
So I'm in line, I'm waiting there, and in the background, all I hear is this man saying, "I'll kick his ass. I'll whoop his ass. I'll whoop his ass. That little ass dude, I'll whoop his ass, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, dude,
you know what?
He's a professional fighter.
No. He claims to be a professional fighter. Where did he come from? WWF.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He came from the nasty streets of Chicago.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, he's from here.
He's from the yuppie side. Come on. He didn't grow up where we grew up.
He has training.
Yeah.
You do not.
I've been wrestling since I was a little kid.
No, I haven't seen you
Maybe
wrestle
the two
since
of
you were a
need to
little
wrestle.
kid.
I'm a savage.
Oh, God.
Right.
You got to stop thinking with your muscles and think with your brain. This man has training. He's been hit multiple times.
Been watching.
You don't know what it's like to get
energy
hit.
too. He's got the energy.
Yeah, he also
charisma.
trains. Yeah.
You know about that?
How's his charisma gonna whoop my ass? It's not a debate.
Because he has better promo skills than you.
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
He'll beat you before he beats you.
There you go.
Bam. Psychological warfare.
So you're a fighter. I mean, you train.
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, but I train.
You train. Okay. Do you agree or disagree that training is different than just saying I can fight?
I don't know. It depends if you're from the Nate Diaz camp where he would just outlast you in the street and he's a fighter.
Sure. So I think there's special situations, right? I think Nick Diaz, those guys, like Kimbo Slice would know how to throw a punch. Yeah. Those people, like those are unique. Masvidal is another one. Yeah. Those are unique individuals. Yeah. John, I hate to break it to you, you're not unique.
You're talking about
unique.
You're talking about professional fighters, and then you're talking about
is CM Punk not a professional fighter?
It didn't look like
he's
it to me.
He's not unprofessional. He gets paid professionally to fight.
If you look at his freaking Wikipedia, he says he's a professional.
Okay, I can
fighter.
I can go to some league out here and pay $300 to fight. Does that make me a professional fighter?
You got to make the money. If you make the money and you do the job, you're a professional.
Well,
bam,
I can make that happen. Easy.
All right,
you're gonna get your
let's go next weekend.
I'll tell you, I will go pay to see him wrestle with you in a mat or whatever and put on some gloves, and I think he'll beat you up.
Jiu-jitsu too?
Yeah.
I think he'll beat you up, bro.
Nice.
A little bit. More the kickboxing Muay Thai though.
And we will record it and put it as an episode of IMO.
Oh snap! Okay, and we have to wear Halloween costumes as well.
You could dress up like Arnold Schwarzenegger all you want.
All right.
No.
Who am I going to dress up as?
Arnold and
the Hulk.
Like
can be the Hulk.
Just teared up clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Just come in and just we'll do entrances the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
you can pick your own music.
No,
you come into Evanescence and all that. Make it into a WWF event.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
Cool.
Never been afraid of competition.
And I'll be a CM Punk lookalike.
But did you notice his tone kind of changed?
I know. He started getting like, closer to me like,
okay, I'll do it.
He's excited about it. No. He's like, I'm going to break this man next to me. We only met too, by the way, John.
Yeah.
But I do like your energy, by the way, just for the record. Before anything goes down.
Even though I don't believe in that, I appreciate it.
I know you feel it. The lights are getting brighter. I can feel it.
Listen. All right. I'm sorry. That was a tangent. That was funny, though. So, David, you are a very, very good actor, very talented actor.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing this?
I mean, this is going to date me, but I started doing this in high school, actually.
Okay.
So, more than 20 years.
And what made you want to do that?
I got kicked out of choir for smoking weed, and the only thing that I could do at the same time was the theater, so...
so it was kind
That's
of like,
why I'm in the theater.
I couldn't sing and I couldn't dance. I'm going to go act. Kind
of
that type of situation.
No, I could do all those things.
Okay.
And actually, that's what
There we go.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a family of singers, so we were always singing before we had our meals. Very religious family. So, so the musical gifts came from that time period.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I wish I had a gift like that, but I can't sing to save my life at all. John can't sing either.
We got family who do.
Oh, we have family that
singing
that can
and
sing.
wrestling.
Apparently wrestling. Yeah.
Are you from Nebraska, John?
No. Does it look like it?
I think so. A little bit, right?
Did you go wrestle in the Owen in the Hart family dungeon?
Yeah,
or whatever.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
I like that.
Did Stan Hart just whoop your ass and put you in chicken wings and shit like that, dude?
He's excited about that.
I'm telling you, I think he's nervous more than anything. I think he's contemplating.
I'm nervous for him.
You know what? No. If you told me, let's go play 5-on-5 basketball full court, that's when I get nervous. Okay. Like stuff like wrestling and stuff like that it doesn't make me nervous.
Team sport. He's not good playing with others.
That's because you have this idea that your strength is going to
no
help you.
100% not true. I've been watching the UFC since I was like 11, 12 years old. I know who can fight and who can't fight, and usually the muscle-bound guys get tired like in 2 seconds. Everybody knows that.
Mark Hunt, look at him.
A lot of the Kimbo Slice is a prime example. He was knocking people out on YouTube, and then when he actually got into the ring, his energy was zapped. He literally. I remember when he was on Tough Enough, right? When he was going to try to get in the UFC. He was the first pick by Quentin Rampage Jackson. Yeah, and it was like the Rashard Evans thing, and then I think. They picked Country Nelson.
Yeah, big Country Nelson.
It was great too.
Man, Country Nelson whooped his ass. Like he literally ran out of gas, like literally halfway through the first round, and then that was it. Like you can't be one dimensional. You can't be I mean, obviously you can't be just a straight puncher. You got to know a little bit of everything, and those people kind of struggle. Again, CM Punk's problem was he was old. Well, hold on, time out. Mind you, this is a man.
Rude. John, stay in your lane, John.
I'm gonna defend him. I'm gonna defend him because I was a fan. Okay, and he's a really cool guy. Yeah. He's actually a really cool guy. He
seems like it. Yeah.
So
he's from Chicago.
One, he never fought like that in real life when he was younger. Right. He was a professional wrestler. Right, for 90% of his career. Right, and when he started fighting or training, quote unquote, he was already. Like really old. Yeah. I mean, this is a young man's sport.
We're just getting the name. That's what we're getting. That's what we're paying for.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe he could have. I think they also pushed him in the wrong way. Yeah. Like he should have not have went to the UFC first. He should have went to something smaller. Yeah. Just to kind of get his feet. Well, and then right now the fact that he went to the UFC and got his ass kicked twice kind of diminishes his value.
How much do you think he made though?
A shit ton.
10 mil per.
He got paid
10 mil?
a lot. No, I probably want to say more than that.
No, I think it's in that ballpark. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mind you, he had a huge following in WWE, so like his fans just followed him anywhere. Exactly. It's kind of like the whole Bad Bunny thing and him acting. Like, why do people give Bad Bunny a chance to act? Not because he's an actor. It's because think about it. If Bad Bunny's in it, all his fans are going to watch the show.
Yeah.
You know, again, I'm not saying he's a bad actor or whatever. He might be, whatever, but he's new at it. But they're always going to hire him because he has a following.
Exactly.
You're going to bring eyes to the product. You know,
and that's this day and age with a lot of products. No, I was going to say the same thing about you.
Because I want eyes on the product.
I was going to say, no. And that was going to be my segue into the Puppet series. I was like, and that's how we met.
I'm telling you. So I'm sorry. Back to acting. So you couldn't. What was it? You couldn't
smoke weed.
Yeah, you can't smoke weed in high school,
right?
And you know it sets a bad precedent.
It was still illegal back then. I guess
it was a different time, and the main thing was it started my career going in a different direction. I didn't know it was going to be a career. I thought it was just like, you know, a different class that's not choir. But I loved it. Actually, I loved being on stage and doing musicals and using my musical gifts and that's how I got into musical
like you
theater.
Could sing like blues or something like that.
Oh yeah,
like that old gangster parlor kind of music.
I got the crooner vibe.
Really?
Oh my gosh! No, that's the suit jacket. I told you. I should have dressed this down.
Yeah,
you look good.
That's
you look good.
I tried. I got a collar on.
I know that's
I didn't try.
No, that's all right. It's your show, you know.
I guess I can get away with it.
We're just your side pieces. That's okay. And now for a commercial break.
I'm telling you.
Oh, we're not at that level.
I'm just kidding.
So you got interested in it, right? Let's just try to focus here, guys.
I'm sorry.
We're having too much fun here.
John's fault.
So you got into stage acting and all that stuff in school and all that. So once you got out of school, I mean, did you go look for classes? Did you get some education on acting and all that?
Yeah, I mean, after high school, I kind of thought about it as a career, and my folks actually encouraged a gap year. So not all of us did it, but it was encouraged that we take a year off and just see what we want to do. So I actually toured with a company called Up With People, which is a community service-based group of 124 different people from 24 different countries. English is the common language, and you travel all over the world doing this show. And I got the lead in that show. And so that made me realize, okay, this is a different lifestyle. Okay. And this is kind of cool as a 18-year-old.
See, I wish I had a story like that.
You could.
My story is not that interesting. Mine is not like you. Yeah. Like I wish I can say, man, I really was into this when I was a kid, and I've been doing this since I was in high school, and I took drama class and all this. No.
Well, how did you get into it?
Mine is,
what did you do?
I fell in ass backwards into a Walmart commercial out of fucking luck.
Super ass backwards.
I gotta see that.
I just totally fell in ass backwards.
Did we have that gap thing that he was talking about where our parents said, hey, you know what? Explore the world.
No.
I think they said,
go to work.
College. Go to work.
Go to work. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to pay this bill, or we need to pay some rent. Like that's what they told us.
Get out there.
Actually, we talked about that, about the differences in like cultures, like how you know, upbringing for us as Hispanics, and John is Hispanic. I know it's a contrary to popular belief. John is Hispanic. He's Puerto Rican. We were taught, or not taught, but kind of like influenced into like, okay, you go to high school and into the workforce. Time to work. You know, that's kind of what we were taught.
Straight out of the gate.
Versus saying, okay, you're out of high school, go to college. Yeah. Or go travel, or go do this, go do that. Ours, you know, it's different in culture. Obviously, I think it's changing now because John has kids, and obviously, I'm pretty sure he's going to encourage his kids to go to school instead of jumping into the workforce.
You would think.
But that's expensive, right, John?
Yeah.
Start saving. Saving.
And that COVID shot's kind of lingering in the balance there, right?
No.
Anyways.
It is what it is.
But yeah, so where did you take classes? It wasn't here. You're not originally from here, right?
No, I was born in Minneapolis, grew up in Michigan, Ypsilanti, Michigan, next to Ann Arbor. And, you know, I wanted to go to the U of M because it was close by, in my backyard, great school. But my grades in high school were so poor.
Smoking weed.
There you go. That was a part of the experience. Basically, they said, hey, we'd love to have you in the program, but you need to improve your grades. So you got to go to community college for 2 years. Okay. And you got to get straight A's, and you got to do all these classes. So I went to community college and got straight A's for 2 years, which I had not done in high school. And I'm like, what is this gear? Oh my gosh, I really wanted to go to the U of M, only to find out the U of M said, hey, would you be open to being an alternate on you know, said year's next class? And I thought, you know what? I don't want to be an alternate. So I went to Western Michigan University where they really wanted me and they were excited about me. And I was like, yeah. The energy was good, John.
The energy
and
was
I had
good,
to go
John.
there.
I'm starting those positive vibes.
This is what I'm talking about,
and
John.
those healing crystals.
Dude, I really think I'm starting to lean in that direction.
What's
and
that?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh
This may be just me just testing shit out, right?
Oh my gosh. You're gonna get out of your frame there.
Hold on, listen. So I had an audition that I shot with John yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. And you know how they people write on Facebook and they'll say, oh, profess it and say it's a manifested, right? Kind of thing. So in my head, I don't know why it popped into my head. And then in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this shit. Like in my head, I was just saying, I'm going to get it. And I'm not saying I got it, but I got a call back for it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you know what? Hey, could it be just a coincidence, John?
For sure.
You think so?
I mean, you did a good job on your thing. And
I think it was positive energy. I think it was positive energy. Hey, if I do get it, John, that's kudos to you because that'd be 2 books that you helped me get.
Is he getting a finder's fee, steak dinner? What's going on with
this? Not yet. He almost broke my microphone
3%
off camera.
4%.
No,
4%. It's fair.
It sounds like I'm lowballing myself.
10%?
Yeah, that's more
too
like
high.
Are you his manager?
My agent doesn't even get that much.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
come on.
Don't be greedy, John.
I'm
Come on.
security as well.
Oh, okay.
He's not known
That's
yet.
why we keep him around. That's why we keep him around.
But the food bill, you know.
That taco burrito king every other week. Anyways, let's keep going with your actors. You went to college.
So I went to undergrad for musical theater. But when I got there, I was coming in as a transfer, and instead of them saying, "Hey, do you want to do musicals?" which is why I was there, the dean of the department said, "Hey, so you're a transfer student, a little bit older, had some life experiences. Would you be interested in auditioning for the plays? They're a little bit, you probably get bigger roles. Otherwise, you're going to be doing like chorus in the musicals." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll start auditioning for the plays." So then I actually started booking the bigger parts in the plays, and didn't do the musicals at all. So, that's getting a musical theater degree, but actually just studying acting kind of reinforced for me that it was going to be about the acting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what's your degree right now?
I have a BFA in musical theater, and then did not feel prepared for New York after undergrad. So I got my master's in acting and directing, and that made me feel more prepared, but still there's nothing like just getting people out there.
You know what's crazy, John? You can see it when he acts. I mean, you saw some stuff that he did just now, right?
He saw some
walking down the stairs, making his entrance. I said, "This guy's like Chris Pine."
That's a great actor.
You don't get that?
He's a great actor.
You must have gotten.
Okay.
That.
No, I don't. I'm not really like in touch with the fans. You know what I mean?
But
John, no, I'm gonna stay in touch with you.
But you can like, okay, mind you, he has a. I
don't know how to feel.
He has a degree in acting and directing.
It's good energy, John.
Listen to this. Good energy. Listen to this. He has a degree. He has a degree in
acting. My mom calls it a BS in acting.
A bullshit in acting.
Mom, do not discredit my degree.
I have it framed on my wall. It's real. He has a degree in this, right? And when you watch, like I've watched a few things that he's been in, and I've worked with him before. Dude, you can tell, right? And this is when I say, and in the podcast I was on, the interview I had not a week ago, I said it's like you have to. There's homework to this. Like there is a lot of things you have to learn with this. Like again, I there's special people. We were talking about fighting. There's special people that are just born to be fighters, and I believe there are people that are born. John, you're not one of them.
Rude man. The gloves are off.
Listen. I think there are people that are born to be actors, that are born in it, and they just have something about them, right? I mean, it's just the truth. Is it common? No, I don't think it's common. I think most people have to have an interest and they learn how to do this. You have to get this education in it, and it makes you a better actor. I mean, dude, the fact that he has a degree to me just opens it. Like, okay, I can see that this man has studied this shit. Just the way he acts, the way
I had a kid in grammar school and got the same vibes from him. I said, this guy's going to be an actor. And we kind of all knew. And lo and behold, he's an actor. He was he was the main character in Cloverfield. I don't know if you remember that movie. And then he's going to be in pilot in starting January on CBS, I think. I forgot what the name is, but yeah, you can tell, like, from an early age, you can tell who commands that type of attention.
Yep, that energy. Who commands that kind of energy?
God, this guy, we're gonna leave, and he's gonna be rubbing chakras on his nipple.
Oh my! If only.
I don't know. That's encouraging, man. Like, that's impressive. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I've seen you work, and I've worked with you, and like, dude, like, you can tell this is when I think people misunderstand when I say that there's levels to this shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, like, there's levels. Like, you have to, like, people that study, people
even
that,
in wrestling.
Yes, yeah. Levels, John, levels. Yeah. A lot of energy. Anyway.
Single leg, double leg.
There we go. See, you're learning.
Yeah, I mean, there's options here.
You're going to learn the day you guys wrestle. You are going to learn.
We're not really gonna wrestle.
Oh, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make a spectacle out of this.
This will be maybe a New Year's resolution.
How about
telling
that? You, this is gonna be on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This is why I don't think it's fair.
Telling you, yeah.
I gotta trim down.
I better start.
No,
I was gonna say I gotta bulk up.
It doesn't count.
See like, all the excuses coming around.
No,
now?
it's not an excuse. I'm like 215. I know he doesn't weigh no 215. Yeah, like 180.
You're 215.
Yeah,
you're not even that heavy. Stop playing.
What are you talking about?
That would be an advantage for you. You know there are weight classes for a reason, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's not fair.
How much do you weigh, Dave?
I weigh 197 right now.
You should come on, bro.
Bro,
really,
but I weighed 207 like 2.5 weeks ago.
You ate Taco Burrito King too?
Yeah.
That'll clear you out.
What? You're happy for like 45 minutes, and then
it's the best day of your life until it's not.
I'm telling you.
Then you're like, this is the worst day of my life.
We've been segueing way too much. Right?
That's like a cleanse. You eat that and you're shitting
it's
for
like that and Mama Luna's.
A day and a half.
Mama Luna's the same way. Mama Luna's is the one thing that I eat. Like, it's good, but like,
I don't even know about Mama Luna's. What is it?
You've never had Mama Luna pizza before?
No, tell me about it.
Consider yourself lucky.
Mama Luna pizza, according to some people that I think are out of their fucking mind, is the best pizza in the world. It's not the best pizza in the world. It's a very popular pizza, especially in the north side.
Are they a sponsor of the show? Should they be?
So
they should be paying us.
What was it called? What was it called? Luna Pizza? Yeah, that's what it was called. That's it right there. We're not going to give them free ad space here. Anyways,
rude.
Enough about food. Let's go back. Acting. Acting is what we're here to talk about. So you went to college and you finished college.
Yeah.
Then what'd you do?
I met my wife doing something called summer stock theater, where professional actors and
she's an actress as well, right?
She is. Yeah, she's very talented.
That's awesome.
She's like the most talented person that I know.
So you have a distinctive privilege.
I do.
Because remember when the girls when they were talking about, did you happen to watch the girl episode? The all girl episode. I have an episode that's all girls.
No.
Check it out. So
there's only 55 episodes, bro.
Yeah, that's true. My bad.
You should have told me which episode it was.
Our library is expanding.
I mean, I didn't scroll back that far.
They were talking about like how do people react to having like, you know, sex scenes and make out scenes and blah blah blah, you know, with your partner, and you know, they were saying that, you know, you have to have a really strong relationship and open communication, which is true, but you're in a different position because your wife is an actress.
Yeah.
So she knows. I think the problem is the other party doesn't understand
facts
that acting is acting. It's not real. Like I can in Brokeback Mountain you have Heath Ledger and
Jake
Gyllenhaal, the more talented of the two. Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal is not all that great. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I agree with sibling.
They are siblings.
At first I thought you meant the two guys.
No, I meant
Heath Ledger.
Okay. So
I thought you were saying
that Heath Ledger is more talented.
She's all right.
She's all right.
She's very talented.
She's all right.
I mean, she's done more movies than you have.
She does.
Rude.
That's true. I can't even talk about that one. Now you let me lose my train of thought. What's my train of thought? Oh, so so in that movie they're gay, right? Yeah. And you can kiss a man in a film, and it doesn't mean you're gay.
Right.
You're getting paid to do something, right? And it's understood. But I think when it comes to women, since women obviously are a little more emotional than men, right? Because like if your wife was an actress and you weren't, would you understand as a man?
It depends how sensitive I was and how in touch with her energy I was.
I like that. I like
you
that.
know, you
I
have
like
to, and I think it comes down to like the honesty between the couple and like trusting. If you're like, hey, I support you. This is your dream. This is your vision. I've been a part of your journey. I understand the psychology of what you're going through. It's not what I'm going through, but I support you. Okay. But I would say, generally speaking, we're all humans.
No, of course, there's always going to be a thing of jealousy, right? Don't get me wrong.
It's about getting through the hurdles, understanding
Absolutely.
the big picture, and it only has like a certain.
And I think that's why I said
you're
you're in a very good position because again, it's understood on both sides. Like you know the ins and outs, so you already have an understanding that has to be trust and communication and all that. Plus, you understand that as an actor, it's not real.
Right.
There's more to it. Like I think I said it before. It's like there's more to relationships than just physical actions because relationships are technically physical actions. Like sex is a physical action. Mm-hmm. Us, we add emotion to it. Right.
It's for procreation.
Correct. It is. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it's for. But we as human beings, we've attached feelings to it and other things that make it more enjoyable for us with our partners. But when you're acting, yes, I have to make it look real and I have to make it seem like I feel something. But in reality, it's fake.
Yeah.
When they say cut, that's it.
But I think it comes down to, like how you approach the work and how professional you are. And I think that's something like through the years that I've sort of come to realize that, when you're younger, you don't have as much technique. And so you would be like relying on your instincts, and your instincts are totally like non-actor instincts. Like you're just like a person in the situation with another actress, and you have to like do this blocking, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, how do I do? And if the director's great, they're gonna like break it down. Okay, you're in this moment, then you're gonna transition to this moment. We've got a camera here. We got to do the master shot. Then we're gonna do pickups. Very clinical about what you're actually doing, so that you and
so there's no romance in it.
All
at all.
That
there's not even a chance for romance.
All that was foreign lingo to me. I didn't understand a word. What's a master shot?
Watch the playback. Watch the playback.
What's a master shot?
You're not grabbing the energy, bro.
The master shot.
Damn energy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, I told you a bunch of times not to do that. That got him nervous.
No, he was good because I had to go check a camera. So
I know.
So he looked at you and he said, "Oh shit!"
I thought you had to go to the bathroom or something. So I was like, he might be in there for 10 minutes. You could just let him do his thing. Is this the part where I sing? No,
we can do that. We can totally do that.
No. I was saying if you were going to be gone for longer than 5 minutes.
You know any Disney songs? He'll do a Disney song with you.
I did that song.
You know all of them.
Yeah. I did that song, actually. I have an episode where I sang. I sound horrible.
Awful.
It's horrible.
What are you guys looking to sing?
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. We won't get monetized if we do that because that's what happened last time.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah. Well, we could do a separate video with stuff like that. No. We could do that.
No. That's the one that doesn't get any views. That's the one.
Actually, we got a good amount of views when I sang with Kristen. That was like one of our first ones that got.
But
really
you
close
didn't
to
make any money off the podcast.
Yes, we didn't make any money. We don't make money off of it anyways, but still, we're barely starting.
You will, but you need to project.
Yes, energy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. John's about to walk off the set.
You want to switch? What was I going to say? So, you were in Michigan?
Yeah. I grew up in Michigan, and then after school, I think the original question, if I remember correctly, was what did you do after school?
Correct.
And that was my wife and I moved out to New York City for 3 years. We were founding members of a company called Dangerous Ground Productions. A Romanian director named Doris Mărescu led us on the warpath of doing all these avant-garde theatrical experiences, I would say, that would get reviewed and had a pretty big audience. It was in conjunction with the Public Theater. So we were just starving artists there, doing our thing. And I was actually a Silverman street performer, making money. That was my hustle. And we just had a great lifestyle there. Very poor, so you've been very happy.
Dude, you've been involved in acting for ever.
Dude, I will tell you that
around has been based in acting. That's crazy.
I think when you're in the flow like that, when you have the energy there, John.
That John loves so much.
In all seriousness, with regards to being a silver dude, if you start observing human behavior, by the hundreds of people that you see every day, and you have 200 or 300 meaningful or slightly meaningful exchanges, you start to absorb those patterns. And I observed people and how they interact with a silver dude, as simple as it sounds. and you start to see how like different cultural groups like react, and then you start to read all these patterns. And so I feel like I absorbed so much through that experience that now I'm able to start to unpack in my acting. But you know, it's still a ways to go, but it's there.
I actually took a class that was like, it was in Black Box here in Chicago, and it was the class was human behavior. And one of the things they told us was like, go out and look at people, like watch what people do, how they react, like how do people, like when they sit close to each other, how do they react, like if they're on the bus, like why does this person sit here and the other person sits there when there's a seat right there, or if there's a seat open, why does this person stand up? Like you start to think about all this stuff and then realizing and putting and implementing it, because this is how real life is, because acting is supposed to be an imitation of real life. You know, and I think, and this is one thing I struggle with, is I feel like I tend to try to make it like I do too much acting. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure you feel this way.
Yeah, like I feel like instead of just
I have to suppress that. That's a very normal human thing to do.
I'll tell you right now, look, my best acting has been on this podcast because it's just me. You know, I have no motive to try to be fake or whatever, or, you know, but it's just you. And I'm like, this is the thing I have to tap into in my acting, because it's like, you have to be a human being. But if you're constantly like, okay, I have to be like this or whatever, you're thinking about it instead of just being, you know, like being in a moment.
I have to get the drinks now and hit my shot right
stop,
here.
Stop. Are you implying? Are you implying my bad acting?
No,
when we
you
did
were
that scene
great.
Because I was a bartender.
Bro, you
that's
were
what
great.
he's implying.
That's the only thing I've seen of you.
Oh my goodness.
And my point is,
fired. Get out.
I would not have known that if you hadn't mentioned it.
I'm kidding. Okay, continue. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Continue. No, you're good.
Continue
you're
with
good.
your story.
So yeah, I mean, we were there for 3 years, and when we got married, my wife's half Filipino. A bunch of her family came over from the Philippines, and I was talking to her mom, and her mom asked, "Hey, you know, since everybody's coming in town, you know, instead of going on a honeymoon, could you guys just like stay here and like spend some time with the family?" And so we were like, yeah, we'll postpone that. Well, when we got to New York, we spent like most of our money and we're like very poor. And so we didn't go on the honeymoon. But eventually we made the money and we decided we'd go on our honeymoon to the Philippines so I could like learn a bit about the culture and everything. And what started as a 2-month honeymoon turned into 5 years. A lot of good friendships, jumping into
business. You spent 5 years over there?
Yeah.
Did you eat
crazy,
balut?
Right?
Pardon? Balut? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Multiple times. Yeah.
Do you know what balut is?
You know, this is how they call it.
You're gonna tell what it is.
Well, first of all, I have to do the call that you will hear in the night in the villages. Balut. And you'll hear it. You'll hear like some different like chickens and whatnot. And then you hear balut, and you're like, okay, you eat it when you've maybe had a couple drinks in the evening.
It's an egg with a.
Were you in the military?
No.
Oh, for like a week.
He looks like he was
like
a
week.
Yeah, for a week.
He went to basic training and went.
His muscles were too big.
I was the king of the push-ups, but I couldn't run worth a.
Yo, I can't wait for this wrestling match.
So, I'm telling you. Go ahead, what is it?
So
what is it?
Now I know. I'm just gonna run around
for a few minutes. He's dead tired. Take him down.
I won't chase. I'll just wait for you.
Just kick him in the knee.
What is it?
It's an egg with a duck embryo in it, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember. You eat it like a boiled egg, but it has like a baby duck in it.
Yeah. And sometimes they have like little feathers on there, and the beak will be a little crunchy. Listen,
I don't even eat fish. You gonna tell me I'm gonna eat it? No, I'm not. I mean,
I will describe for your viewers what they do. So it's at night. You're probably not gonna like look too closely at this. You know what you're getting. You know you've been out. You need like a punch of energy, a lot of cholesterol, and you get it, and like you crack it, and then there's like the little sack in there, and you're like, you know what? You just drink the juice first. And the juice is like the most tasty chicken noodle soup you've ever had. I kid you not. And I can see you guys are uncomfortable. This is not about you guys.
We got a person off camera here.
He's making faces the same way. To throw up in the background.
He knows what it is. And then if you're feeling brave, you eat the rest of it. And that's a wrap.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Can't do it. I mean, you got to try it. Come on.
I mean, I don't even like eating fish. Like, I kid you not, I went to Red Lobster like 3 weeks ago, And just looking at the tank full of live lobsters was
so
disgusting.
sad.
It was disgusting to look at. Like it looked like big ass like tarantulas swimming around. Like it was gross.
I'd rather catch it myself if I'm going to.
Yeah. You should do like remember in Family Guy when Stewie, they go to like a Red Lobster thing and he's like, take off the rubber bands, I'm going in. He just dives in there and brings one out. Yeah, that's funny.
That's not what I mean. I mean like in an actual lake or ocean, I would prefer that.
Oh, I mean, that's got to be an experience, though, imagine.
Yeah.
I used to watch, what was that show that they used to catch a lot of crab? Like there was like a thing about it, like a ship show. Where like
Deadliest
Catch.
And then people started dying on that show. And they're like, another one died.
Ridiculous, though. Have you seen like? Yeah. And then I know they probably pick like the worst situations to show on TV. Yeah. But like they're in storms and they're just sliding around. Yeah.
And well, that's when it's in season. When all when the storm is the ocean is really turbulent.
You know what?
That's life and death. Good point. So we should do this podcast when it's in season, like maybe a tornado, just to like spice it up.
Just be like, there's just this emergency. A cow just flew by the window.
Yeah, like
the roof just came off, guys. You know, I'm telling you, but that's okay. We're gonna continue on. We have no power. We'll just talk to dead microphones.
We'll have like a little candle on.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's strong. I'm sorry. Damn, we go on tangents. You see,
I blame what happens
when we bring actors on because we just start rambling about dumb shit.
I wanted to talk about the current stuff he's doing because he showed me like a little snippet. And he looks unhinged. He looks like a nut job.
He does. In the babysitter one, he looked crazy too. I don't know. Can we talk about that one?
I blame that on Raul Colon. Raul, that's your fault.
He's
no. It's like a good unhinged.
Raul Colon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been trying to get him on here too, but he's always out of town. When he's in town, I'm trying to get him.
Oh wait, yeah, no, he doesn't live here, so that's why
he was in.
He's in Florida.
That would be the reason why he's.
No, I know, but I think he agreed. I think if next time he's in town, he'll let me know because I really want to get him on.
He's fun.
I really want to talk to somebody who's like really into all that stuff, directing and cinematography.
Oh yeah, he's got a good story too. You know, from Chicago, decided to make his move. Well, we'll save that for his podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rule, I'm not going to get your story out there. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
So continue.
So
while you're in the Philippines.
Yeah, so time in the Philippines, you know, was a really unique experience, just because, you know, the United States and the Philippines have a history that goes back, and so, you know, the artists are also making period films that deal with those specific time periods. And so both my wife Jennifer and I had the opportunity most recently to do a feature called Quezon's Game. It's streaming on Amazon Prime. Check it out, people. We play the Eisenhowers, and so you know, it's a super awesome experience and opportunity to internalize a real living character. It's a lot of pressure, a president, and then we shot it for 2.5 months in the Philippines, and
that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one that you were bald in.
Yeah.
Did you really shave your head?
I did. Yo, man.
My dude.
Dude.
Streamline, did you show him some of that?
No, I didn't show him.
Dude, he is just like me.
Yeah.
Bro, he
it felt great. It felt nice, actually. I really liked that.
He was like at a dinner. You were like at a dinner table, or whatever. You're like a general. You're big. You're big time in the.
Yeah. And that's my wife that I'm acting with.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look at it again because I'm like, I saw her. I'm like, I didn't know it was your wife. Wow, that's cool.
That's her. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. But dude, this man's got chops, bro. Like I've seen him in a couple things that I've seen, and he's just like, he is freaking believable. And the babysitter, he's like some crazy guy who's that doesn't really exist at the end. I think she's going crazy or whatever.
Don't tell the secrets.
Never mind. My
That's
bad.
why I didn't even mention it. Bro.
Gosh, my bad.
Rookie.
Oh, we're here to talk about.
Can we push that button?
Yeah. We're here to talk about things.
He can bleep that whole thing. If
he got his whole show
canceled.
Oh, rude.
Dude.
So you really shaved your head.
So yeah.
So he wanted to.
Committed to the role.
I knew, but here's the thing. I asked production in it. Well, rude.
He's trying.
Are you too? Come on now.
This is a lifetime of this crap.
About my beard.
I know.
Or lack thereof of a beard. Let your beard grow for.
This is growing
for Christmas. For Christmas, at least.
Let it grow. Don't shave for a month. Let's see what it looks like.
It's not going to look that much different than what it does right now. I got
you can at least clean up the neck. Come on.
Game.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Serious beard game. No, we shot that film, and then we got pregnant with our first child, and we were very excited about that. But I realized, like, the life of the actor, you're always chasing money. You're always chasing the next job. You're trying to, and then when you have a child coming into the world, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, I got to be really serious about this. What does that mean? Do I get more serious about my craft? Do I create more work that's going to pay myself? Or do I go to China and find another job and bring my family to an even further place?
I'm gonna guess you took that option. I'm gonna take a guess.
That sounds like a more exciting option.
You've made leaps, and this is what I can't even think of like picking up and leaving Chicago. I mean, I thought about it, but you've left from living here in the States.
Yeah,
you went to New York first.
Yeah.
Right, that's a change, and then you went from New York to the Philippines. That's a huge change,
very different.
And then from the Philippines to China.
Yeah,
holy crap, you've been all over the place, buddy.
Well, here's the thing: like, I think it's all about the risk taking, and I think that's like kind of the motto that we as actors, as a lot of artists, like have to deal with. It's like, okay, at what point do I like do that next step? Like,
are you listening,
even
John?
if it's a big step?
Are you listening, John? About moving forward all the time?
Yeah.
That's me.
That's
me.
Forward energy.
I've been trying to drag you along with me, bro. Drag you along.
Woo.
I mean, he got mad because I bought new microphones.
I didn't get mad. I okayed the deal.
Okay, yeah, he gave us the green light.
Okay, well, that's important.
Yes, because
Teamwork,
I have to run everything by him.
Is he the CEO?
No,
hell no.
Hell, motherfucker, no. Hell no. This is I'm the CEO. He's the COO.
So we got like about $4 in the tank.
Just about. We're moving on up.
You're ahead.
You're
in the black.
25% of that. No, we are not in the black. we are about $2,000 in the red. No, not even.
Oh, he just put it out there.
Again, I don't regret any of it.
No, I don't.
I don't regret
Red
any
is
of
a
it,
beautiful color. Look at the color in the back.
Where would we have amazing conversations like this and meet all the people we've met?
And it only costs you 2 G's? Come on.
Only 2 G's.
The experience is priceless.
I've met more people here than I have in my whole life.
Agreed.
There you go.
Shit.
This is the meet and greet for John.
It is.
Getting out. Now we know, John.
So
yeah, from China. Yeah. So while we were in China, we were building theater programs for primary, middle, and high school kids with a company called Enreach. And we just had the opportunity to create the curriculum, find students, talk to different principals, just build it from the ground up. And eventually, though, we had other options to continue living in China. And I just, it hit me at a certain point that I'd more or less been away from the States for almost 10 years. And for anybody else who's actually lived far away for an extended period of time, you start to question, what it means to be an American, what your identity is. You're a foreigner. You have no idea what politics are like anymore. Because you're not there.
For sure.
You're not exposed to mainstream media. All your content is censored through China, and so you're
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a different world, guys. It's a totally different world. So
that's what makes it interesting, though.
It does. It's refreshing to not get all these voices.
It'd be cool to come back and be like, "Wow, the world has fucking changed."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Mind you, we've lived here all of our lives, so it's to go to a different culture, the whole different government, that's something.
Oh my god, could you imagine if you were making that transition right now, coming back into the States?
Exactly.
Right now, you'd be like, what the fuck? It's a whole different world.
Well, we missed all the Obama years. That was it. We left
you didn't miss much.
No, I know, but
I'll be honest.
But we left
missed a lot of good speeches.
Well, we left
a lot of good
then.
speeches.
And came back, after he came, he was gone. So these were very different.
So you came into the worst presidency.
Well, what I'm saying is it was a big swing of an experience.
Rated the worst presidency.
Yeah, it was a very weird vibe, coming back and hearing people in English, and you're like, oh my gosh, is this what it means? Okay, what did we? Oh, geez, what did we miss?
Going to the local jewels and not finding balut.
Yeah, precisely.
So gross.
Don't knock it. You haven't tried it.
No, I mean
it's not fish.
God
so
bless.
maybe
wait a minute. I'm going to say something a little risky right here.
Oh no, I'm worried.
John shouldn't talk because John has eaten things that most of us are not in their cup of tea, especially when it comes to women. he's been face deep. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna let the sleeping dog.
There's a lot of closet people that are actually into that, but won't admit it. So let's
I'm sorry. I
leave
just wanted
that
to throw
there.
that there. Okay, so
I think it's getting warm in here.
Okay, so
Is it like 85 degrees in here? Where's that thermometer?
It's the lights. It's the lights.
Oh, it's the lights. It's the energy.
It's
It's
correct.
the energy.
It's the energy.
Yeah.
So you go China, you come back.
Yeah. So we
And
came
what
back
goes
here
on here?
eventually. Yeah, we came back here just because we I think like we wanted to be around the grandparents. We have grown a family, and not wanting to be like totally absent of like the experience of being an American in life. Like we identify with that experience, and so we decided to come back, and we decided to be in the Chicagoland area. It's still not Chicago, but it's close.
Where you at?
We're in Libertyville right now.
Oh, that's pretty cool area.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's a little bit north of here.
It is. And on a rainy day.
Oh, God.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fine, though.
I appreciate
I almost showed up in a Halloween costume for the record.
In a
Oh,
blazer.
remember we did Halloween last year?
Yeah.
With Delilah. Remember we did.
I don't remember that.
That's how I know it's been a year.
Yeah, I had some ideas, but I was like, you know what? This is my first time like seeing these guys. Like, I don't want I don't want to be distracted.
No, it would have been fine.
No. You guys would have really ridiculed my outfit more than you did this one.
I did
That's
not.
okay,
I said
though.
you look snappy. You look very,
I
very,
just said
very
you
snappy.
look like Chris Pine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez, John. Sorry, rude.
No, that's a good thing.
Thank you.
He's a very, very, very good actor.
Yeah, no.
So you get to
I don't know
Chicago.
person.
You get to Chicago.
Yeah.
What do you dive into?
So yeah, I mean, coming here, we just, like I was thinking, like, what do we need first? Like our experience in the Philippines taught us how to like work and navigate with different agents. So like the whole experience of like knowing what that's like, we just expected when we'd come here, hey, we need to get an agent. Like that's a normal thing. But I know there's so many actors here, and that's like a thing. Like you got to work hard to like figure out who's going to represent you and all that. But that was sort of our main mission. So we submitted a bunch of letters and got in touch with some different agencies and started developing relationships. So, I think, I've always enjoyed the indie film scene. So being a part of like, just seeing what people are doing, like you got to get out there and get into it. And so, Raul would be one person that, we had the opportunity to work with. And there's a number of different different directors, producers, folks up in Milwaukee. Swift Sloan, he's got the Circumstances series going on. Shout out to Swift. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's this presence of people wanting to work with people who've had experiences different than their own, and like you're talking about, John, like this is how you meet a lot of people. And I know that's like a part of like your experience as well as an actor. You meet all these different people, and so we just try and come in, fill the space. I'm always looking at things as an actor. I'm looking at them as a marketing director as well. I'm looking at them as a producer and wanting to help people progress their careers and at all costs. And so that was a segue for me actually during the pandemic to start coaching.
I was about to say, like you also do coaching.
Well,
and
I didn't expect to do it, but it just seemed like a natural thing. Like,
what's your rate? I might need some coaching.
It all depends on what you're trying to do.
I mean, I'll let you use my gear anytime you want.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say. No, you can keep your gear to yourself.
I'm just saying.
We'll talk later. I'll let you talk to my rep.
All right.
No, but that was just like a natural thing, like finding out, like I know how important it is for managers and agents to be able to like, shine the best light on their actors. And so if an actor's sort of thinking in terms of that, as far as their own branding goes, as far as their own like developing material that's going to like paint them in the best light, I'm all for that. And that also gives me an opportunity to network with people and meet directors, producers, post-production, pre-production, all the different people. And so I just float in there. I just meet people, get the work done, act in some films, do some TV, a lot of commercials. And I'm a stay-at-home dad who works. That's what I told John earlier. That's what I do.
He told me
I love it.
He's never had a 9 to 5, which is amazing.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is like. Even in China, I'd work like 5 hours a week until I worked like full-time because we had to build that company, But I don't know 9 to 5 feels like.
You don't want to know what the fuck
Sounds
feels
painful,
like.
man. People are
Does.
pissed off about their lives. Like, F this. Honey, I'm home.
Dude,
where's the gosh darn pizza?
That's my dream. That's my dream. I want to be staying home and just act and have play pretend every day for work. That's great.
It's great, man. I love the kids and the family. It's a great dynamic.
But on a serious note, I'm gonna need that coaching.
All right, we'll talk.
Anyways,
only if John gives me like professional wrestling classes, maybe we can barter. John, are you in on this? John,
no,
step up,
John.
John.
Are making me something
John
that
can train
I'm
you
not.
in weightlifting and powerlifting if you want to do that.
Can you imagine?
I can be like that.
John.
That dummy that you pick up and bounce around on the mat.
That's all right.
I'm like a masochist. Right. You can kick me.
I will do that.
You can punch
kick the shit out of your knee, John.
John has been
not your knee, John.
John has been talking about starting to train people and stuff like that as a side hustle. Well, there you go. He's your first
not
client.
Fighting though.
No, weightlifting.
Personal training.
Yeah. We'll talk about this.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that want to know how you inject steroids and stuff like that.
Well, if I would know anything,
he would totally do it.
What did I find in your car the other day?
Needle. I'm a diabetic. Okay, I'm not a diabetic, but okay, I dabbled for like a month and a half ish, like 8 years ago,
dude.
And that was it.
Something shrunk, and you're like,
no, nothing shrunk. Actually, when the berries shrink, the twig looks bigger. So, if anything, that's a good thing. But it never even got to that point.
Okay, well,
so I mean,
crisis avoided.
Yeah, literally a month.
The only reason I brought this up was
you just threw him all the way under the bus.
Because it was hilarious. Like because he talked about
what is this?
Hold on. So he moved recently, right? So I'm assuming that's probably the reason why it was there.
Yeah.
But so he always likes to. He gets really, not offended, but he gets really worked up over the steroid thing, right?
Yeah.
So
look at him.
We record. So we record with Sarah last week.
Yeah.
And then she leaves, and then we go eat.
Yeah.
And I open his car door, and I look, and I'm like, oh, there's a box of syringes just sitting right there. And I'm like,
you don't know. I could be a heroin addict. You don't know my story.
Or a dealer. He could be a dealer.
No.
Yeah, there we go. He is a dealer. He paused. He's not an actor. He paused.
You're selling accessories with your drugs? Is that what you're doing?
Just the accessories.
Sounds like a short film. Way to proof of concept.
By the way, since you dabble, you took classes and you have a degree in directing and all that stuff. You ever really want to do that? Like write your own films and stuff like that?
Yeah. I actually have one feature that I've been working on for the last 2-3 years.
Where do I audition?
Well, when the time comes, the time comes.
Let me know, buddy.
All right, I got you.
I'm always looking for something to
do.
Continue on.
You would have to be like in your late 70s though.
So keep writing for another.
Yeah, if you want to just hang out and we can do interviews every 10 years and
there we go.
Just to touch
eventually
base. Or you could be the flashback version of some of these older characters. It's a cast of older people and it's cool. It's a unique way of looking back at life.
Hey, I'll do anything.
I'm not going to spill the beans on the story, so don't push it. And I'm not telling you the end or you the end.
Well, don't tell him because he's already ruined.
Yeah, I can't believe you. Audiences, you better write spoiler.
I'm sorry. No, I'm totally off track. What the hell were we talking about?
That's my tactic. Just throw them off. Right hook, left hook, jab.
So you've been
kick.
So you've been on indie films, and you've also been on Hollywood stuff or stuff that comes from over there. What do you notice are the differences
between indie and studio films?
Yeah, let's do studios.
Yeah, so I think at a certain point, people just realize, hey, you know what? I want to get paid properly for this job, and I got to figure out how I'm going to get in there so that I'm getting paid. So, when you're looking at the union projects, you are the person for the job. There's not 3 of you who could do that. There's been rigorous casting to get you, and so you walk on knowing this is my role. Everybody's expecting this of me. I have to be professional and, I have to conduct myself, professionally. The difference between that attitude, and we've both worked also on indie projects, is there's a lot of anything goes. It doesn't mean that you're going to not have a great product. It doesn't mean that the quality is going to be poor. It just means that whoever is producing, directing, who's ever making the decisions has to be even more structured to be able to make sure that people get there to do their jobs. And so, you know, on the indie scene, there's not always a lot of like structured facilitators of the work. And so, you know, I think when you're wading into the waters of indie films, you just got to know that. Otherwise, you'll be pissed off. But if you understand that, you're like, yo, this is a part of it. This is a way I get to meet people. As a new director, you know, that's how, you know, I'd expect some people to be giving me a little bit of like a break too. It's your first one. It's your second one. You don't really know, even if you've been on sets, you know, there's nothing like actually being in there. Although they say, I'll just say this, you do need a great assistant director, somebody who's seasoned to be able to like jump into the waters.
Agreed. I agree with that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Turned off my microphone or something.
That's all right.
In there.
Right.
Anyways,
you can use my microphone.
I'm sorry.
Sure the mic. Sure the mic.
Yeah, it's a little bit too close.
I don't know where we were going with that one, but okay.
You just asked me if I had wanted to write anything or
yes,
direct any of my own projects. So I think in the future, my wife and I are going to be having our LLC coming out here in the next like 6 months. So we'll be having our own little production studio, and so.
I'm wondering what's next.
You mean
Antarctica?
There are only so many places we can go, John.
I mean,
I'm serious.
Tibet,
right?
South America. Actually, South America's great. I wouldn't mind going there.
The reason I asked that about the whole, you know, indie and all that stuff is because like I feel like people always have this misunderstanding, right? Like, and I've spoken about this before, but I think people misunderstand what I was saying. I feel a lot of people think I have this bad feeling towards. Do I sound weird to you? I sound like something's wrong.
You sound good.
You naturally sound weird to me.
Yeah, you're just generally weird.
Maybe,
you know what? But you sound good.
He's trying to start a civil war between indie people and Hollywood people.
No, I want to hear what he has to say. I thought I handled it pretty delicately.
Yeah,
you did.
We could have taken the gloves off.
You
want to take the gloves off, John? We're already going to take the gloves off.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm back. I will use my headphones.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the thing. The thing with me at least, is that I have always felt that there's levels to certain things. Same thing with like sports, for example, right? So you have, let's use the NBA, for example. You have college, you have G League, and you have the NBA. Okay. So when you're in college and you're playing basketball and you're competitive, what's the goal, right? So the goal, I'm assuming for most basketball players, the goal is to make the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you make the G League or whatever, that's fine. I get it, right? But there's a difference between the G League and the NBA.
Yeah.
There's still a difference, even though it's basketball, but there's a difference in quality of everything.
Yeah.
The athlete, the production, the presentation, everything's a different level, right? So I look at indies and Hollywood the same way, kind of. Like indies is what you use for me. Now, mind you, this is my own thing and how I maneuvered my career so far, which is not much of a career, but whatever.
It's happening. You're here. We're here. The energy's good.
The energy is really good, actually. I've always put it like indies are a very good way for you to get your feet wet and learn how kind of what it entails. Because like you just said, there's a difference between an indie set and a Hollywood set. Oh, yeah. It's different. First of all, the speed is 100% different between the two. Like how you got to be on point. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to be ready. Blah, blah, blah. You got to be professional.
You say the wrong word and the scripty comes over and corrects you. Like, this is actually what the line is. And you're like, oh, I know.
And it's not as forgiving.
That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's also not forgiving. So like, you can't be like, you can get away with stupid shit on indie sets.
Yeah.
Right. You say something stupid, whatever.
For a while.
You go on a professional set or a Hollywood set, and mind you, if you're novice, like majority of us are, they're just gonna say, "Okay, goodbye, next person up."
Yeah.
You know, there's levels to everything.
Yeah,
you know, I just feel that some people, not everyone, I feel that they boost indies in the sense, and I know you know who I'm talking about. They boost indies in the sense. We're not gonna say names. We're not gonna say names anymore. We're not gonna say names anymore.
Don't do that. You get everybody here in trouble, including John. John doesn't even know these people.
I don't even act.
He's not gonna be able to go outside tonight.
Here's my thing.
I can't go to my car now.
Listen. He's gonna get. Somebody's gonna snipe him from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm worried about
I put
this
a hit
already.
on him by mistake. My bad.
Oh my gosh! Commercial break.
Here's my last
You
thing.
saved the Star Trek Enterprise.
I'm
What's
serious.
going to happen to you?
Here's my last thing with it. Again, I have no problem with indie films. I think indie films are great in the sense of this is how you work to get better.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're not gonna land a fucking permanent role on Chicago PD.
Yeah.
Like that. It doesn't work that way. Right? And I'm pretty sure you know in the industry there's more no's than there are yeses. Yeah. That's how it works. Right? We got to get accustomed to being said no. Yeah. Right? So what do we do in the meantime? We go to indies because it's a little easier to get to book roles like that, and you get your practice and then you move away. Yeah. Now, my thing again is let's keep that in that frame because it's not the same thing. Those are two different things. Yeah,
one's like the G League and the other's like, but
quote unquote. And again, I know there are very big independent films that have made it really big. Yeah. But for the most part, is what I'm saying.
The Blair Witch Project, one of those.
I don't think it was independent.
It was a Hollywood thing.
I think it was. I think it had a pretty big budget for a small film. I mean, think about it. Even Rocky was a very low budget movie. It was a Hollywood movie. I mean, it could be relatively low, but it's still coming from the big machine in California. Yeah. Again, that's just my opinion. I mean, take it with a grain of salt.
There are some indie filmmakers who are like pushing through. Dion Taylor, his Hidden Empire group, like he's producing content and making stuff happen. And it's like, you gotta watch these people, see how they're moving, and it's like, okay, so there's like, maybe we could say there's like the G League, and then there's like 2.0 G League, and then there's like.
But my thing is, what would be the goal for those people? Like, is the goal for them to get picked? Because if I'm producing a TV show, on YouTube, right? Like my dream would be for it to be on television. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's my dream. Yeah, you know. But that's what I'm saying. Me personally, I'm the type of dude that's like, Hollywood is the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like I did a short film. My dream would be for one day it to be on some platform, but it's not going to be. But you know, so now I treat my platform as what it is. Like YouTube isn't necessarily Hollywood. Yeah. It's not. You can say it is all you want, but it's not the same thing. But it's never going to be.
Right. I think when you get like actors now, you know, A-list actors are doing indie films. So I think when you start to think of like, oh, these actors are available based off their schedule, and if they like the script and you pay them properly, they're going to come. So I think there's sort of like a new hybrid
I can
reality happening.
I can see that.
And actually that's what's driving the marketability and distribution value of these films.
I can totally agree with that.
That's kind of existing.
No, yeah. I think they're what was that
intersection?
Yeah, like there's a circle. Like the circles are kind of they're crossing each other. Yeah. But again, there's this
a roundabout. Is this a roundabout?
But they're distinctively different, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna say.
But that's all. I mean, because people like to say that I'm not against indie films. I'm just one of those dudes that's like I know what indies is for me. Yeah. Right. And I know where I want to be, and indies is not necessarily where I want to necessarily be. Like my goal for me would be like I would love to be in movies all week. With Robert Downey Jr. It'd be great. You know what I'm saying? But that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real.
I think if you put in the work, like my philosophy is it's about maximizing your skills. Well, it's about maximizing your skills. Like you can want to be like, if you want to be with Robert Downey Jr. and like that's like the thing, like you could be like on a set with him and get your chance, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be maximizing your skills. You might be holding the spear from the left. Like I'm more about like use the skills that you have, and if you're going to get your break at age 42 or 37 or whatever, it's going to happen. But you have to, if you're in the practice of like maximizing your skills, talents, and time,
and that includes doing indie films, and that includes all of that.
It does.
And I truly believe that's part of it. Yeah, don't misunderstand me. That I get that that's 100%.
I'm not trying to fight you.
I'm definitely not trying to fight you.
He's trying to fight me. He's trying to fight you. He's trying to fight me. He's trying to. Are we going to fight? Are we going to fight today?
No.
Is this going to be the first battle on live?
I will totally say that you will kick my ass.
No. You have such a reach. You would jab me to death. You would jab me. I try and come in and jab.
I'm not a fighter, dude. I'm not a fighter at all. I don't believe I'm not a fighter at all.
You got heart
I'll play you in basketball. I'll play you there.
All right.
That's about it. Where we at? Okay.
Oh man. So indie films,
yes. Keep going. So go ahead, John.
I get your point. It's like, in a rapper who says, "Oh, I'm always going to be independent," but once a commercial company throws a $10 million your way, you're like, "Oh, well, I guess that's
independently wealthy." That's what you are.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I mean,
look at okay, it's like I don't know. It's just
you can say that you enjoy that life, that the independent lifestyle, but once they put those zeros in your face, you're going to turn.
Majority of them are going to go that route, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's my point.
No.
There's nothing wrong with either or. My only disagreement.
Sorry, that was awkward.
No,
if your cousin were here,
yeah, she would have been jumping.
The dying.
The thing is, I think the concept. I'm not 100% on board of the concept that like indies are going to take over Hollywood. Like those are two different categories.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
That's just my opinion. Again, we can move on. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Last thing on that. Do you think this same challenge applies in the different countries or just our country with regards to studio versus indie?
You know what? I think that really applies. I don't want to say solely in the United States because I'm pretty sure there's big time studios all over the world. But I think here in the States is because Hollywood has dominated. Hollywood has dominated the United States for so long when it comes to cinema.
Yeah.
I mean, from its inception, it's been centralized, you know, in Hollywood. I think in other countries it's different.
How about Bollywood?
Oh yeah,
sure, they got their
massive
big
China
big
has their own.
things.
China too. Those are the big markets. Those
I think when it comes to smaller countries, like let's say Puerto Rico, for example, because we had a guest who was from Puerto Rico who was a stage actress. You know, and she went to college down there. You don't have something like Hollywood in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
You have smaller studios that do stuff, right? And probably a lot of indies because there is no such thing as like a Hollywood studio there. You know.
So what are they shooting for? Hollywood still, or?
I think the dream is still.
Gotta be.
I think it's like almost a dream of coming to America. You know, because America is the opportunity. You know, because we're known for having stuff like this, like having Hollywood and
South Korea.
Oh my!
They're kicking ass right
Seriously.
now.
Are they? Don't look at me like if I'm asking you, I don't know.
Squid Games.
Oh, no.
Train to Busan.
Oh,
yes.
My bad, bro.
All their stuff is pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm still halfway through Dune.
Didn't they have the movie of I don't know what they call them, the Oscar for the best movie?
Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite.
Oh, yeah,
Released by Neon Films. Shout out Neon. Yes, that. Did you see that?
I haven't
heard
watched
about it. I haven't watched
Oh
it.
my gosh!
But I know they
after
won an award
Squid Game, I'm all in on the Korea thing.
Yeah.
I'm watching everything Korean.
It's been happening for a long time now. So just go back about 10, 15 years and then start working forward.
I will.
Why do you say that and look at me? I will.
I don't know.
What are you looking at me for?
Because he's nervous.
He probably. It's the energy.
I'm nervous.
It's
Yes,
the
the
energy.
energy.
You're still nervous?
No, I'm good.
You're
now.
doing great.
I'm so chill.
You put like a half cup of vodka in there.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
That showed
think
up
it
with
was.
it. I mean, yeah. It was
I'm
delicious.
gonna steal a question just because it was fun to be asked this
What
from
was
an
that?
interview I was on
What was that?
recently. If you had any advice for an up and coming actor or tips on how to act, what would it be?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I've never
He's
acted
all
before
ears.
in my life. I don't know what the hell.
All right,
I'm
I'm
doing.
talking to you, young man.
Yeah.
I think for starters, you just got to ask people if it's actually something they want to do.
No.
And if it's not something they want to do, then I would ask you, like, what do you want to be doing? So what do you want to be doing? Actually want to be doing?
I want to quit my job.
Okay, so
I don't know
Lift
what I
weights
want to do
and have a
after.
personal
So-
gym in my basement.
in the spirit
No,
of...
let's say I do. I want to be an actor. I want to be in Hollywood in the next 5 years.
Okay. Well, I would say for starters, you probably have to quit your job. Otherwise, you're not going to actually go out there. And then you're a man with a family, so you're going to have to like decide about like how you're going to navigate that.
Just gonna abandon my family and just go.
I hope you have some money, or what I would say is if you've got a 5-year plan, I'd say you got to talk to your wife, you got to talk to your employer if you're going to stay here first, and you would start targeting pilot season to be living out there. And so you need to like get all of your reels and materials and everything up to snuff, and start doing indie films because you have no experience. So we have to see you doing something. If you have money, because you have a 9 to 5, I would recommend meeting with a coach to talk about specific characters that you could play, that you wanted to play. And then we'd shoot real content around that and then pitch that to different agents out in Los Angeles, bi-coastal agents. And then from there, you start to strategize like year 1 year plan, 2 year plan, 3 year plan, so that by year 4, maybe you're already out there. But the first year is just getting the agent, going out there, getting some auditions, and then hopefully by the second year, you've started auditioning and getting more comfortable. Maybe get a small role, and then start to increase the amount of time you're out there. Check on the school system with your wife, make sure that she's taken care of and she's living in a place that she's happy, and then just gradually change it. Make sure she's on board. And, my feeling is you got to be there to be doing it.
So you coach more career.
He's legit,
or
Michael.
more coach acting.
I would say it depends on what the need is. So like with John here, who has no experience, what I'm finding as a coach is coaching people who have no experience, if they're open to, getting a coach and investing in themselves, like they're open. Like nobody's going to like throw you money if they're like not interested in working with you. Right. So the energy's good for starters, John. But like, you have to just like be really honest about what you're doing. Like, and your coach has to be able to be honest with you. You have to be honest with yourself.
So you could be honest with John and say, you suck at this. You should just go back to work.
Well, you lose about 50 pounds.
No, well, I mean, and that's what people say. They're like, it's okay. You can tell me if I suck. And like, we just don't have to submit. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is Claire Simon. This is like your first like Chicago Med like audition. Like, you of course need to be like on point. Like, it doesn't matter if you haven't auditioned in 6 months. We're going to pretend and make it look like you know what you're doing. Like, we're going to act here. That's what you're trying to get paid to do. So we're going to practice that. And so that's a big part of what I do, is just get people's mindset like locked in and try to get to know them a little bit, so that the work is also filtered through like their experience. And I'm not like, hey John, you want to know what it's like to live in China? Because you're me like, bro, I have no idea. Like, so I'd have to like get to know you to like understand how you work to like maximize your potential. And I'm just honest with people, and I set up game plans, and I make action plans, and that's how I do it.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
Did that answer your question?
Absolutely.
All right.
There's a lot of popping going on in your microphone, but we'll deal with it. I wonder what it is, but we're in the home stretch. We're in the home stretch.
Cooking popcorn upstairs.
You can hear it too, right?
Yeah.
We're in the home stretch. We're just gonna pull this a little bit away from you, and we're in the home stretch already. So, John, did that answer your question? You want to start acting now?
That was your question.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway, example, I guess.
You're a great pupil, John. I mean,
so what I heard is I got to lose a lot of weight, and
that's what you heard. I didn't hear anything like that.
Fucking get my shit together.
Yes, definitely get your shit together.
You probably should talk to your wife. Like, that'd be the first.
Yes,
bit of like career and personal.
And you just bought a new house, so I don't know if that dropping everything and going to Hollywood is kind of a.
No, it's a 5-year plan. Right?
5-year plan. My bad.
So flip the house, make the profit, move out there, buy something else.
Rent me a basement.
Yeah.
Rent me a basement.
Yeah, no, you can still rent. I mean, make it no. In all seriousness, you would do that type of thing and see if there's another friend or two, and so that all your costs are offset, so you didn't have to take a job, and your wife didn't have to take a job, and that these yahoos are paying your rent and mortgage and bills. And you could do that, for the record. And he would do it. He would go.
I don't think that's going to fly with my wife. Hey, you want to move from a 4-bedroom house to a studio in L.A., South Central L.A.?
With roommates?
Yeah. South Central. It'd have to be South Central. I can't afford L.A. stuff.
Oh, man.
Love it.
Cool.
I'll come visit.
No, you won't. Not in that area.
I'll bring the balut. Yeah. I'll bring the balut.
No.
Oh, God. Bring the bulletproof vest. That's what you need to bring.
Duck.
All right, so I could talk to you about this all day.
Well,
so we're gonna have to book another day for you, because there's
I'm not coming back.
See, John, you see what you did? You got no energy over there, man.
No, it's all right.
You weren't sending positive vibes, bro.
All right.
You see that, man?
You don't know where he's gonna be.
Wait.
That's why I'm saying we have to schedule another. We got to schedule another.
We got to do it again.
We could talk about this shit.
He might be in Juneau, Alaska next week.
No.
I'm more interested in when he's going to be kicking your ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm interested
in. Next year, New Year's resolution.
I'm dead.
No,
serious.
John and I are friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
Friends
we
can
might
fight.
we
It's
might
okay.
arm wrestle, but that's about it.
He might beat you on that.
Oh, for sure. He beat me on that. Not even discussion. I just let him win.
I wouldn't even make it. You end up breaking your forearm like in the fly and shit.
Injure myself.
So where can people find you?
People can find me on Instagram. They can find me official David Bianco on Instagram. People can find me on Vimeo. People can find me on IMDb. People can follow my adventures with a new pilot I'm working on called Refresh Sci-Fi Pilot. I'm posting about that. That's coming soon. And, you know, I'm out and about, and I like meeting people and collaborating and connecting. And, you know, what can I say? Happy to be here today.
That's awesome. John, what else you got?
Yeah, I don't got nothing.
You're done?
I think I want to be an actor now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
My G.
Let's do this, brother.
There we go. Maybe we should have like a... Okay, so let's go back to the intro of what you guys are going to be having on your show in the future. I think you mentioned you're trying to edit something together, some live content. And I'm proposing that you guys are playing different characters and we shoot it, and that's a part of the intro.
Wait.
Yo, you know that's fire.
Say that one more time for me.
You heard me. You heard it. John, did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
Are you up for that?
Don't play dumb. I'm gonna come and direct it. Are you shooting it? Okay, I'm directing this.
I'm dead serious. Well, I need to shoot. I do need to shoot like a little intro for the podcast.
Oh, I know.
I am looking forward to doing. I want to, man. I just want to work. Is that crazy to say?
No, yeah, but I think like sharing those chops and like that John's having fun like doing this. Like I think that's what the spirit of the show is. I think it comes through anyway, but I think a nice intro that like relays that charm and like ridiculousness and the fact that you guys you don't like each other. Like I think that's important to like play that up. Like I mean, let's play it strong,
dude. The crazy. It's funny because remember who had asked us like, do you guys fight a lot or argue a lot? And like we've never really like argued really like hard on anything. We just do this because it's fun funny to put on TV. We're not there yet.
No, you're
YouTube.
there. Yeah.
I mean, you can stream it on your TV, I guess. Yeah. You can mirror the screen.
Coming to a mirror screen near you.
Make sure you hit the like button. We always
like and subscribe.
I think we turn it to 10 when we're on camera.
Yeah.
Like we just poke jabs at each other because it's funny or whatever. But
I
it's
think
crazy.
we're worse off camera.
Are we?
I think so.
Yeah. We don't really argue like that though.
No, you guys are kind of hostile. I got a little uncomfortable. I almost needed a potty break.
Oh, really?
No, not really.
Okay. One last thing, and since you're a coach,
yeah,
right? So you saw me work a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think I need to work on? I'm trying to get a free.
What do I think you need to work on?
You're free to be brutal.
Yes, be as brutal and transparent as you can.
You're like
I think you know, in what I saw, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. So I think you know, you showed up, you played the character, you were locked in. You weren't like, oh, you know, what I do like about your performance is we were improvising like in a couple different places, and that's what I like about indie films. So I like the fact that like you're game to like do that with other actors. And so, you know, I feel like if you keep the spirit of that like in your work, even if you're doing a union project, like, you know, there'll sometimes be the writer, the director there. So I think like as long as you keep that like spirit of like fun that's enjoyable for you, I'm sure you'll go far because you're invested and you're passionate about it.
Right on. I like that. I wanted it to be more brutal. I wanted you to tell me that like
I wanted it to be like a Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I was waiting for one of those.
No,
things,
remember
like,
I was acting in the scene with him. So it's hard to like it's hard to like so, that would be doing the scene a disservice. Yeah. So someone like, oh, John is doing that thing with his hands again. Jeez.
So as an actor, do you
does he bite his nails? Jeez. And then they're like, action. You're like, oh yeah. What? But it's sometimes like that though. You can't always stop the filter.
So as an actor, do you feel from whoever you're in a scene with? Like, do you feel like I have? Like I know when I've acted with some people in my life, like I can feel that they're in the same page that I am. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like that's a really cool feeling. You know, so did you feel that with me?
Yeah.
Even though you were drunk.
Yeah.
You were drunk as hell.
I was not. Oh yeah, we were having a couple of things to drink. Yeah.
You're lightweight.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't coming there planning on having a couple of drinks. Check that out, by the way.
Empty stomach.
No, but that's important, and you develop that in the rehearsal process. Like I'm working on a short film right now called The Quarters, and the lead actress, like that's like, you know, a very personal story for her, and she's a writer. And so I'm like, you know, when you're acting with somebody who like wrote the thing, and I'm thinking like, oh, am I going to be like how she expects it? But like, you know, when you're a creative mind and you like surrender to it and you're like, oh, this is actually like something else that's like beautiful and creative. And I feel like working with Jalen, like that's a part of how he views his
Absolutely.
art. And so like I fully expected that you would do what you needed to do as a professional. And the other guys, I didn't realize that they were maybe didn't have as much experience, but they did a great job.
Agreed.
I would have never known the difference
Agreed.
between like a trained professional and these gentlemen. And they were awesome. I forgot their names, but you know, everybody was locked in. Jalen was doing his thing, and we were all just like showing up and showing out. So I feel like the product's going to be really solid. I've seen some of the other work, and it looks good. It looks really good.
Okay. Any last things you want to say before we shut it down?
Yeah, just a special shout out to the family and all the different artists out there who are working hard in this climate, you know, with everything going on. It's hard to create. It's hard to, it's hard anyway to create when you're not in a pandemic. So I guess I just want to give a special shout out to everybody who's trying to make something, who's trying to pivot in their life, whether it's the art or just in your life, you know, we're all in this together. So I guess that's where I come from, and that's what I want to project.
Right on. John, you got any last words? How do you follow that?
Well,
follow that with something, John.
I feel like I'm gonna
go
make a pivot. I'm gonna pivot.
There we go. Hey, that's why we pay him the big bucks.
Yeah, he's got something to him. He's changed my life for the better, possibly.
Oh, the energy's good.
Energy, yeah, the energy.
I believe in it now.
Hey, look at
there we go. Now
he's got a sparkle in his eyes.
We're getting somewhere. All right, David.
What's your number again, John?
David, I appreciate you coming by. We definitely got to get you back on. We can talk about this for fucking hours.
Yeah.
John, you're good?
Yeah.
All right. That's going to be our podcast for tonight. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, everything we said is in our opinion. And if you don't agree with it, I got 3 words for you. Thanks for listening.